Bonjour. This is just a guided reading of this article about Josephine Baker. So we're going to read through it. I will stop periodically and maybe explain a few things. I'm going to leave the questions to you, so I won't answer these in here, but we'll perhaps give some hints about them. And then also, as you're reading through the article yourself, make sure that you're highlighting, underlining, and circling as you're instructed to do up here. Okay. Josephine Baker est née le 3 juin 1906 à Saint-Louis, Missouri, et elle est morte le 12 avril 1975 à Paris. We know est née, born, est morte, died, from our This Day in History. Elle était danseuse, actrice et chanteuse. La 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 la, chanteuse. Quand elle était jeune, son père a abandonné la famille. Son père, her father, a abandonné la famille et sa mère, mother, est devenue très pauvre, very poor. Joséphine a travaillé pour l'aider. Aider looks a lot like the word aid in English. And when you aid somebody, you are helping them. Alors, Joséphine a travaillé, worked, pour l'aider, to help her mom. À 13 ans, Joséphine a quitté l'école pour se marier, mais ils ont fini par divorcer. 13 ans, that's awfully young. Elle a quitté l'école, elle s'est mariée, she got married, et ils ont fini, they finished or ended, par divorcer. Un an plus tard, un an. This is like the word année, which we've seen before. It looks like annual. Un an, en anglais, say 1 year. Plus tard, later. Elle a épousé Willie Baker à 14 ans. Okay, épouser, se marier. These are synonyms, des synonymes. And this looks kind of like the word spouse in English, so you can think of that as a cognate. Elle a épousé, so she got married to. Willie Baker à 14 ans. À 16 ans, elle a quitté son mari, her husband, pour habiter à New York parce qu'elle wanted to, danser à Broadway. Un homme riche l'a vue à Broadway et il lui a offert. We know the expression lui dit tells him or her, or says to him or her. Offert, say to offer. So, il lui a offert, he offered to her, offered her, un travail à Paris. Alors, à l'âge de 19 ans, elle a déménagé à Paris où elle a dansé dans un spectacle. Un spectacle looks like spectacle in English. It means like a show. Elle a dansé dans un spectacle, in a show. Elle est devenue française, devenue française en 1937, quand elle a épousé, remember married, épousé, son 4e mari pendant la Seconde Guerre mondiale. Pendant, say during, la Seconde Guerre mondiale, World War II. Elle a travaillé comme agent de contre-espionnage pour la France, contre l'Allemagne. Okay, espionnage is a French word that we use in English. It means spying, as you might already know. So, elle a travaillé comme agent de contre-espionnage. So, she sought out spies on the French side who were working with the Germans. So, contre-espionnage. So, she was spying to figure out who the spies were. Contre-espionnage. Pour la France, she was on France's side, for France, contre, against l'Allemagne, Germany. Pendant sa vie, there's that word again, pendant, during, pendant sa vie, her life, elle a adopté 12 enfants de toutes les nationalités. Enfant, enfant. We've seen this word before. Enfant, en anglais, say children. En 1964, elle est retournée aux États-Unis. So she returned aux États-Unis, to the US, pour soutenir le travail de Martin Luther King Jr. Soutenir, to support. So she came back to the US to support Martin Luther King Jr.'s work, le travail. Malgré ses nombreux mariages, malgré, in spite of, or despite, ses nombreux, numerous mariages, Joséphine s'est identifiée comme bisexuelle et elle avait des amantes nombreuses aussi. So she had people that she was in love with or had relations with. Une de ces personnes, one of these people was Frida Kahlo. Frida Kahlo, a very famous Spanish artist. Okay, alors voilà Josephine Baker. As you can see within the article, there are lots of numbers that are spelled out. So make sure that you figure out what those numbers are. You heard me pronounce them as we were going through the article. So that might be something that's a bit of a challenge, but make sure that you figure those out. There are a few questions that have to do with them. And then also just make sure you answer the questions in for the online class in the assignment that you have. The questions and this article are just part of the assignment. So just make sure that you're using a font color other than black to answer the question so I can tell where the question ends and your answer begins. Okay, merci, au revoir.